Okay, here we go. I'm just going to share to Facebook first, and then we can get started. So this is the first episode in my Let's Play series of Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. And I'm really excited about this game. It's definitely not a game that I would usually play. I don't even know what game it's like. It's pretty unique. So it's very like story based, I guess. It's all stories. I've heard like it's just stories, and you gotta sort of find them, like sleuth it out. Oh man, I cannot find. Oh, there we go. Holy crap. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy the link here, and then I will post it here. Paste. There we go. Alright. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is gonna be neat. Let's see. Let's see what it's like. I like that produce of USA. It's neat. I really enjoy the art style. This is really interesting. Yeah, let's begin anew. Wait, check out the options first. Okay, pretty simple. Yeah. Hitchhike. Whistle. Wait, actually, what was it? Hitchhike R2, whistle L1, recenter camera. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure you just.
Night has fallen and you're weary from travel. Stars fill the sky above, and in front of you is a brightly lit wooden house, the only building you've seen for days.
I like this guy's voice. Even like the quality of it, it's very crisp.
You walk toward the house, hearing the sounds of laughter and talk as you reach the door and push it open.
Oh, this is already neat. Yeah, he's got a nice compressor on his voice. It's cool.
You sit down and join the game. It's a cheap buy-in, and not many of the other players are very good. The lady fiddling with dice gets good cards, but has no real strategy. The man to your right seems to just hold on to the highest cards he has, regardless of suit or any consideration of matches. The man in gray across from you, though, he's good. He already had the largest pile of coins when you bought in, and while your winnings grow quickly, you can't quite catch him. One by one, the other players leave the table, sometimes with pique or with wry humor, leaving their winnings with you or the man in gray. Finally, it's just you and the man in gray. He looks at you, full of humor, and winks. Last hand? He deals, you draw, and look at your hand. It's good. It's great. The best hand, in fact, A royal straight flush. Spades. Aces high.
I'm never gonna die. I'm invincible. Yeah, this is inherently suspicious.
But the man in gray pushes forward his whole pile. You're not sure exactly how much it is, but it's more than you've got. You can't match that. The man in gray stops you. Now, if you like, I'll let you wager your word. I know you'll be good for it. Just promise you'll pay the debt, however I ask. Yep. 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. All spades.
Yeah,
the man in gray smiles. All right, then. I'll call.
Okay, so apparently my word is my blood. Oh, he's a wolf. She is.
Well, your luck wasn't so good, was it? That's quite the hand, but not for the game we're playing. I'm afraid you owe me. Your life, sure, but more than that. Your labor.
Ah, even in a video game I have to sell my labor. It's probably for nothing, right?
You see, this land is built on stories. It's one big story, this country, woven of many small ones.
Dope.
Few of the small ones are strictly true, and the big story is mostly a lie. All the stories and songs and myths and legends start somewhere, with a seed. As they're told and retold and passed around, they grow and change to become the stories we know. To pay your debt to me, you'll be carrying stories, finding the seeds first and then spreading them, telling them onwards so they can begin gaining strength. This is no light task. Stories are heavy.
Stories are heavy.
Most of the stories
That's
you'll
heavy.
find will be small seeds. They might be true, but they grow wild and unbelievable with the telling.
That's interesting.
The more important stories are the true ones, the ones people will tell you about their own lives. Those often get lost in the weaves of the big story. The more true stories you can find and tell, the more you can weave that truth into the big story. Tarnish it a bit, perhaps, but isn't a dingy and battered truth better than a shining lie? Now, go ahead. You tell me a story. I'll trade you some information about your task.
Oh, okay. What's my story? Oh man. I mean, I dig travel. It is cool. Like I like being a ranger, like a wanderer, lone wanderer. Like what? Fallout. Oh my gosh, Fallout 3. Lone Wanderer. The Courier. Was it Courier? Anyway, talking to myself. No, I'll never remember. I think justice is that choice morality. Yeah, I think that really. Covetousness. No, I'm not about coveted shit. I've had terrible fortune. We're not friends. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's between the tower and justice. Let's go for it. Oh. Okay, well, oh, I like that.
you'll sometimes have to make choices about what kind of story you're finding. Is it a love story or a tragedy? Don't gather too many of one kind, though. This grand story needs variety.
What's happening? Oh, wait, do I just... Oh, I have to read all of them? That's cool. I want to know the story.
That's your job. Wander from place to place, gather those stories and spread. People get bored hearing the same stories over and over. But an old cliche in one state might be a rip. Your deepest desires, your greatest wish, heaven? Big Rock Candy Mountain, El Dorado, the Promised Land, that place just over the ridge where they all say that the water tastes just like the sweetest wine. Well, I don't know where that is. It's supposed to be somewhere in this country. Ask the people you meet. They're all searching for the same thing. It's just luck. Funny how bad luck seems to follow the folks who already have problems aplenty. Well, try your luck out there in this country. See how it's not all bad. You'll have to work hard, but I'll give you the gift for seeing the true shapes of people. Not many who can do that. I'll strip away your flesh to make the journey easier, but still you'll feel pain. Hunger, weariness, thirst, and despair. They're all part of stories. And death, yes. But don't worry. As long as you're go on your way, seeker. Maybe we'll meet again, or maybe not. Either way, it'll be an experience. I'm jealous in some ways. I hope you find what you're looking for.
I'm looking to repay my debt, right? Oh, okay. Oh, I get the feeling that this is going to be kind of snowy.
Well, I'm going to scroll my name on the bare bones of the earth. I'm going to dig my heels into the ground. 'Cause when that ferryman come for to tally up my worth, I won't leave
What's really
much
like
behind
the
to
fact that
drag me down.
like the whole a video game song is crazy. Probably original too, right? Oh wait, should it not be?
Well, I'm gonna heft my spade above.
This bungalow is being ransacked. There's furniture piled in the front yard, ammunition heaped under the mailbox, and a crowd of clean-cut men ripping apart a car in the driveway. The two heavily armed, mud-caked women leaning over the porch railing share the same bored grin. You are about to hand her a smoke when those men draw pistols and shut. Once they've dumped your bag out into the road, they decide you're harmless. If you were selling booze too, you'd have a lot more cash, sneers one. On the porch behind him, the two bootleggers are fingering their empty rifles, grinning in disappointment.
I think I might need Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the legality of that is. It's probably something I should have figured out before starting this. I have a lot of reading to do, both in-game and tomorrow. Dope. By having adventures, you'll begin to collect stories. When you meet characters, they'll ask you for different types of stories: tragic, hopeful, scary, thrilling, or funny. Remember what sort of adventure you had, and you'll know what type of story you got. Stories will grow and change as you tell them. Once you tell a story to a character, it will be out in the world, and you may encounter someone else who will tell you a better version of it. These better versions will be more entertaining, and when you tell them to characters, be sure to tell different stories so that you have a chance to grow them all. The stories you get from the characters are wildcards that will fit in any 5 categories. However, telling them will not cause them to grow, so use them sparingly as you're giving them a chance to spread other stories. Okay. Yeah, I'm not reading all of this anymore. Yeah, screw that. Okay, well, I'll figure it out. That seems pretty intuitive. Ooh, hey.
Off the road and into the woods, you can't help but come across this package by the old tree tied to a sturdy stick. The cloth wrapping conceals, though not particularly well,
Oh, it looks like a person's in
something
there.
large and softly unsettled.
I am like a
Little eyes
skeleton, I
blink
guess,
back
but
at you
I'm
from
mostly a
inside the
hobo.
bundle.
So, just like in real life. Oh man, I wonder what this is. I gotta say hello.
The shape gives a start.
Please don't tell my pa that I'm in here.
It says in a small voice.
Oh no, my tooth hole. I forgot. Can't show my tooth hole. Yeah, why not?
Pa
What's he
doesn't
gonna
want
do
to
to you?
live with us anymore. But I want to go with him. Don't tell him, please.
So he doesn't
I'm
want to live
hiding.
with you anymore, but you don't want to go with him? I don't think he wants you to come with him. Oh, it's not fine. Reminds me how delayed the Yeah, I know. Chris said the same thing. It's I think it's like 2 minutes or something. There's a bit there. It was like getting to it was like 40 seconds. At first, I thought it was just like you need a delay in the stream in case something crazy happens, right? So you can stop it. But I don't know. I think it would still pick that up. So I don't know.
You tell the boy you'll keep his secret. You don't see his father anywhere. You don't see another soul.
Oh yeah, there's this issue where because of okay, fine. Where the water tastes like wine. Oh, it looks like there's a whole bunch of stories in Portland. Should I have talked to that kid back there? Found his dad? I don't know. It's not my business.
They don't come every year, you know. The old man is sitting at the edge of a rotting old pier, crooked legs dangling over the water. He watches a pair of seagulls preen and groom each other on a rock just off the shore. They seem to wait for something together, fidgeting and rubbing against one another. And when they fly off, they fly together. These two, these same two, have been coming here ever since I was a boy.
That's a
The
lie,
old
man.
man says.
No.
He watches them fly away until their bodies are dots vanishing into the low sun. Always the same pair. Wonder what keeps him coming back to this town. He shrugs. It must be home.
Must be. When am I going to get to tell a story?
The woman walks the small town square with the poise of Betty Davis. The confident stride and inimitable mannerisms elevating the sidewalk into a plush Hollywood carpet. And wrapped around her neck, a yellow velvet ribbon, bright as an ocean sunrise.
I love the writing in this game. Elevating the sidewalk into a plush Hollywood carpet. That's some good imagery. They really hit the point home there. Like, I intuited what they're attempting to describe. It's amazing. They're successfully, beyond so, describing.
You question a well-dressed man parked outside an oyster house. Prudish woman. I took her on a fine date, and she didn't remove so much as a ribbon. Excuse me, can you step back from the coupe? That's the spirit. You decide to seek a second opinion.
I think that's wise.
You talk with a waitress smoking outside a diner. Something funny about her. Just showed up one day. Doesn't work, doesn't live anywhere as far as I know. Just around. Myself, I'd love to know who made all her beautiful clothes.
Yeah, I mean, where are you getting all that money? Where are you from?
A longshoreman watches stevedores load up a crane. Yellow ribbon? That woman's dead. Ghost dead. Buddies of mine, they've seen her all over the Atlantic for decades now.
Oh, I wanted to talk to her. I didn't know I wouldn't have. You can't go back. Well, except for when you're talking to the wolf. There's no choice there. It's misleading. I don't appreciate it.
You can see storm clouds on the horizon, and you don't relish the thought of being caught wandering this rocky seaside road in the rain. Fortunately, you find the lighthouse door open, with a daunting staircase before you. At the top of an ornate wrought iron spiral, you're breathless and feeling the strain on your knees. Rain already batters the walls outside. You can only knock on a heavy wooden door leading into the upper level. Muffled voices and light seep in beneath the door. Looks like we got a visitor. Sounds like a man's voice, deep and rough. Well, behave yourself. I'll open the door. Another man, this one with a higher, more sonorous voice. I always behave myself. After a moment, the door unlatches from the inside and opens. The man before you is tall and muscular, with a hint of a paunch beneath his wide chest. The heavy iron knob on the door looks nearly dainty in his huge hand. Didn't want to be out in this rain, did you? Come in. Despite the rough exterior, this room looks like a well-appointed parlor. There's a rug on the well-trod wooden floor and an enormously plush couch. And sat upon it is a stocky fellow grinning through a great hazel-colored beard. "Tea?" he offers, hoisting a teapot. "A few years." The tall one sits on the sofa, wrapping his arm casually around the other lighthouse keeper. "5, says the smaller, but by no means small, man. "That long? Time flies. We traveled together before that. You must have some good stories from the road, huh?"
Oh, crap. Of course the camera starts messing up. I'm so sorry for these technical difficulties. Okay. So they've been here a few years. Wrapping some capture on the other land. 5 says it's smaller, but it's oh man, that long time flies. We traveled for 9 years. They're clearly a gay couple.
You wake up the next morning on their old sofa, still warm from an excess of tea. And cakes? There might have been little cakes.
So how am I... Ooh. Okay.
A dusty truck and a man on horseback pull up next to one another in front of the grocer. Suddenly, the driver and the rider, 2 wiry old men with identical haircuts, start shrieking at one another. The man with the truck leaps into the street. "Brother!" he shouts. The one on the horse tumbles out of his saddle. Everyone here is watching these 2 older men cry and hug one another in the middle of Main Street. The long-lost brothers pose in front of traffic, cry snot pouring out of their noses. As
Wow. What story? I definitely heard the entirety of. Oh, I can just enter Boston? That's cool. Why would I need money?
This city is like no other you've been to. crooked streets splay out in a maze of narrow passages, no two alike. Soon, you find yourself in twilight, utterly lost. Compelled by the cold and foreboding night, you don't question it as you drag your bones into the cab. But you realize immediately. "Where to?" he asks. You have to stop and think. He takes you through ever odder streets, flanked by painfully clean, gleaming buildings and signage for businesses you don't recognize. Even the air seems different. It doesn't smell so sharply of gasoline and coal. Eventually, you come to a stop. The fare's in glowing numbers above his dashboard. It's much too high. Surely a mistake. "No charge," he insists. "You look like you need a break." And then you find yourself on the curb at Boston Common, under thick moonlight, in a city much as you'd left it before.
Yeah, thanks, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's silent text again. Yeah, that was neat. What a weird little thing that happened. Muddy, hard to sleep. Panhandling is way cooler than working, but I might meet some. I don't know. I'm gonna panhandle. All right. Well, how do I know if I need to sleep or eat? Oh, those are my. Oh, okay.
Hey there, stranger. You're welcome to enjoy this fire with me, if you're respectful, that is. This here is my spot, and I ain't inclined to share it with any bad characters. You can call me Quinn. These here are my venturing companions. Cass is the big un, and the one with the spots is Flip. I usually beat my way on the rails, but the road news said this town was fat, and the weather was fine. So I'm taking in the sights and seeing what I can drum up. Hey, tell me one of those exciting stories.
Exciting story.
I don't get too much out of tales that are so cheerful. Not enough excitement for me. My family. There ain't no way I'm gonna start jaw-flapping about those bastards. Judases, the lot of 'em. Nuff said.
How old is this kid?
I want a story that scares me. Now I'm older, almost nobody can do it. Give me your best shot.
I was gonna give him the dead woman walking story, and I just. Is that scary? It's kind of scary.
Ain't life got enough tear-jerkers in it without telling stories like that?
I thought it was
Jeez.
scary.
Traveling. I sure do love it. And I seen serpent trains passing on a green and gold sea. I seen mountains so tall and forests so thick, nobody will ever tame 'em. I once seen a bunch of townies skinny dipping in a river. That sure was something. I seen terrible things, too. Biblical floods and starving folks, and black blizzards full of dust. I want to hear one of them venturing tales.
That... That's the best I got, kid.
Well, that was something.
There you
You
go.
spin a good yarn.
Thank you.
Authority, bosses and such.
I'm not about that, no.
I ain't nobody's little Angelina, if that's what you're asking. I take care of myself and my dogs. I don't need no jocker looking out for me. So if you're offering, don't. Shoot, I thought I told you to be respectful.
I'm not offering it. What? You putting words in my mouth?
You want to keep enjoying my spot or not? Think about that. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
Dude, that's as exciting as it gets. And then you got mad at me for some reason. So I don't know what the hell you want from me. Well, you're not gonna like that. Am I not? That's interesting.
Whoa, quite a story, stranger.
Weird.
What's my future look like? I ain't looking for a traveling companion, if that's what you mean.
I'm not.
I do fine
I
by
don't.
myself,
It's
so
not.
just stick to minding your own.
I'm trying.
Hey, tell me one of those exciting stories.
I have told you almost all of my stories.
What's the use in telling sweet, happy tales if in they make you snooze?
That's mean.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about the past, but they say there's an Injun grave round these parts. Say it's haunted and full up with angry spirit. I used to love hearing stories of cowboys and Injuns fighting it up. Would swap tales with the young'uns. But, well, I suppose if someone shot me, I'd be pretty vengeful too. Oh, heck, the night's over already. I sure enjoyed talking to you, but I gotta get on. I think I'll see what's happening up the road this way.
Is this just like an adult woman hobo? And I think they're a child?
The tramping life suits me just fine. Every day's a venture. With things being so depressed, folks walk round like it's the end of everything good. Plenty nice things to see if you know where to look.
I really like the art style. Hobo Kid, haha, ha 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 ha. And I really like the voice acting. I'm enjoying this game.
His clothes are expensive, but unkempt. A tailored jacket stretched and warped out of its best fit by long days on the road. His thinning frame weighs down the boxcar next to yours. You got a light, friend? You offer a match, which bends and nearly snaps as he scratches it against the pitted iron edge of the boxcar. Thanks. Don't rightly know where I'm going. You notice how deeply wrinkled his clothes are. It's as though a huge hand plucked him from a high society party and crumpled him up like a sheet of paper. They built a railway just past Missy Hudson's estate. The damned racket ruined our soiree. Might have been a few bottles of Armagnac too many when I walked down the tracks to tell them to keep it quiet. He drags on the cigarette. You hear the whippoorwill first, shrill and close. Then you see him, high up above the black streaks of wires. A lineman, fraying belt holding him to the pole. The damned bird has come to perch on a power line, stare hungrily at the man's soul. He's unsteady. His hands are shaky, and his body sways in the wind. You spot his tool bag next to the pole, worn and frayed, much like the man. A half-gone bottle of cheap rye pokes out of it. You leave the man to his work and his vices. The whippoorwill cheers you on. Whatever it's waiting for from the drunkard lineman, it'll eventually get. As you walk...
It's still on the line. That's what a lineman is. I had no idea. Oh, wait, 1 minute. Hold the damn phone. Oh, damn it. Come on. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a damn break. Oh god, that's better than nothing. Nice. A pocket full of quiche. What's going on with the world? What? Weird.
The man is the color of mill dust. His smile creases his face like folds in dough. He gestures you inside the dilapidated structure and shouts over the sound of driving wheels.
You're welcome to sleep here. You don't want to rest by the river. Not in the evening. Insects.
Monica's playing chess while I'm streaming.
The man shoves the broken door closed behind you. The mill is warm, and the air is heavy with the powder kicked up by your entrance. You realize how easy it would be to drift off on this pile of sacks to the loud but constant sound of the grinding wheels. Pain sears your spine. Why did you sleep at this ridiculous angle? Your back complains from being draped over the millstone. It's good the mill is totally abandoned. Its works long ago disconnected, or your legs would have been pulverized. The man is gone.
Whoa. Yeah, that is creepy. I ain't about that. You're gonna go to Canada? Oh, no. Yeah, that makes sense.
As you walk along the river near an unfinished bridge, a man with a tool belt catches sight of you. "Hey, over there," he calls out. "You look like you could use a quick way to get some hard-earned money." Hard-earned is right. The bridge hangs high over a perilous drop. He laughs uproariously. "Absolutely not." High above the water, you see raptors with enormous wingspans wheeling through. "Great!" he exclaims. "Suppose you'll want a safety belt." You find yourself up high, looking over the rushing river that crashes around the foundation. You ask him to explain. "Practice your peripheral vision, if you dare. Last thing you need up here is for them to..." You only see the clouds thicken. It sure does pass the time working. The man pays you well when you're done with the job. The hotel is an old manor house that's seen better days. A grand structure surmounted by a gambrel roof that dwarfs the house itself. It's eerily still, but for two boys at play. Each one so small and light, they barely leave tracks in the deep snow. The clerk behind the counter is old, and your room key is worn. But night approaches, and the price is low. In the morning, as you leave, the clerk asks, "Too tired to lie?" You tell him about the noise outside your door. The trampling.
Oh, that's so scary. Oh, man. Oh, my God, they were dead. What's that? What does that mean? What's this? Oh, I'm tired. Oh. Where's Boston? Is Boston over there? Where am I? Oh. Sure. I literally just saw that. That kid messed up my story.
Low tide on a moonless night. This beach is long, stretching toward a receding sea. In the darkness, the sand seems coarse and gray, alien, The stars are dim and distant. It outshines the stars with its presence, a streak of sickly colored light, leaving a trail of distorted fire. It slowly creeps along the sky like a vast worm, though you know that, given the distance, it must be moving at great speed. Its parabola heads south to north. In the far distance, just for a second, a boardwalk town is engulfed in light. With a rumble, its street lamps and windows dim, then go dark.
Whoa.
All that you can see emanating from there is an otherworldly color that you can't quite name.
Whoa. I really like to go investigate. Oh, where it landed. Oh my gosh, I can't stop yawning. Oh man.
The engines belch black smoke as the ferry churns gray water into froth. A broad-shouldered figure leans out over the rail, eyeing the skyscrapers on the horizon. Nearby, a man and a woman speak in low, urgent voices.
I wish you didn't have to go,
She says.
There's got to be work on some of those buildings going up.
His thumb skates over her pulse point.
I checked every day for a week. There ain't. I'll be back, though. Got your picture in my wallet, don't I?
Her words are split by a sob.
Might as well be. Our parents didn't come to New York for this.
She leans against him.
Oh. Oh, I should have gotten drunk, then went to work.
By nightfall, the hospitality of this sleepy hamlet, combined with their superstitious tales, has both overstuffed your stomach and filled you with a hollow dread. Folks say these woods are full of apparitions, witches, and worse. You curse yourself for getting on the roads. In the moonlight, every valley and hollow at the feet of the Tappan Zee seems like a stolen shred of the abyss itself. Fireside tales seem less fanciful, and every cackling crow and moaning whippoorwill seems like a demon perched on the shivering, spindly trees.
Shit.
But something cuts through the noise. The muffled sound of hooves galloping on the cold, muddy road. He's astride a gigantic black courser, and though his boots are muddy and ragged, he wears an immaculate coat. His voice is a rumbling croak, deep, but as though his throat is filled with thorns. Have you happened upon a cannonball around here? You can tell English isn't his first language. German is. His hand,
Run the hell
so
away.
pale it's almost blue in the moonlight, grips the reins in a fist. You mumble an apology and watch as he silently rides away, back into the mist.
Whoa, that's cool. What was that?
You come across a girl picking wild blueberries. You reach in the basket for blueberries, but pull out a handful of small, smooth stones, all the colors of the rainbow. The snickering girl runs into the trees as fast and light as a rabbit. The stones tumble from your hand and hit the ground. Instant. I feel like we stick around the coast.
It'll make things easier to just not miss. Why? Why that sound? What is that sound?
The stream is a clear, reflective shade of blue, unusual in this region where bog iron colors the river's brown. Across the way, a goat with great leather wings laps up the water, its sunken red eyes fixed on your every movement. You now notice the unnatural absence of wildlife. No fish swim in the stream. Over the hill, a scorched one-room house lies abandoned, 2 of its 4 walls in ruins. The goat opens its mouth and wails. A protracted, shrill sound. The winged goat doesn't follow. Instead, it lies down.
Whoa. What even is that?
The women are oblivious to your approach. Their eyes are shut. Their touch, where they hold hands, is gentle. They speak in low tones. One stifles a burst of laughter, but it brings a smile to their faces. "Sorry," says the one who laughs. The branch snaps beneath you. The youngest jerks her eyes open and snatches her hands free from the circle.
It's all right. He isn't coming back,
soothes the eldest. She turns to you. Your words go unremarked. The youngest, holding your right hand, takes her turn.
And we give thanks for those who left, who we wanted gone, for the skills to thrive without them, and for the companions who make the effort joyful.
He leans against a fence and turns to face you as you pass him by. At his back is a bag full of bird seed. He assures you that the gawk...
They look extinct to you?
You're not sure those dull gray pigeons look anything like the pictures you've seen of passenger...
They're lovely creatures. Guileless, really.
Hunted damn near to extinction, weren't you? You sense it's about time you start moving on.
You be kind to the little birds now, you hear?
You hurry along the road, though the flapping of ungainly wings seems to follow you for hours.
Hmm. Yeah, I might as well check out the city. Oh wait, no, that's it. What? Weird. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, hey man, yeah, no, this game's pretty sick. Yeah, it's like you're like a skeleton hobo who you're like roaming the United States just collecting stories for this wolf to whom you owe like a blood debt. And yeah, it's just really interesting because you got to share the stories with people, and then like those people go and they share them with other people, and the stories come back, and you have to basically earn somebody's true life story, and then I don't know, something happens, but it's cool. It's really neat.
My twin brother Paul and I always got into trouble, but we were good. We didn't do nothing to anybody till we left. Then we hurt a lot of people. Me, more so than Paul, because he didn't make it through.
Whoa.
The march I was on, the bonus army, it's less a bonus and more an acknowledgement of what I've had to suffer. Civilians will never understand.
Oh yeah, one thing that's really cool is when you share the stories around and they come back to you, like they're more powerful then, and they're interesting and they're different. It's like broken telephone, and then you can take that version of the story and tell it to someone else, and then you'll gain their trust faster.
Do you know any
or something, I
happy
assume.
stories? Hopeful ones?
Hopeful stories. He wants a hopeful story. Sadness. There we go. Let's do it. Love. Love is pretty hopeful. Sometimes it isn't though. Future. Nope. I don't even know why that would be the future. Quinn was pretty hopeful. Yeah, it is. It's kind of neat.
I liked that one. There's some hope left for you too, you know. Don't give it away too quickly. Travel. Well, this walk feels like a little bit of freedom now and again. The flowers along the road make for fine company. Know any good jokes? I'm not so good at telling them anymore.
No, man, you seem like a real bummer. He has one leg. Joke. It's not a joke. Is that a joke? No, it's not a joke.
I don't really scare at that stuff anymore. Sorry.
Oh yeah, his brother's dead too. He lost his brother and he lost his leg.
Love? It was a real long time ago. Pulled a ribbon on her hair and her pigtails came undone and she tattletaled on me. Never really tried after that.
Okay, come on, man. And he's an incel too? What's happening?
So anyway, tell me a funny story? You seem like you know a few good ones.
I don't know. I don't know funny stories. I haven't heard a funny story yet. No, I guess not. Is that funny? I don't have a funny story.
Wish I could tell that one to my sister.
I guess it was funny.
Imprisonment? The more days I check off, the more I'm convinced that birth is an imprisonment. I must eat, so I must have money.
Birth.
I must have money, so I must work.
Oh.
It's an inevitable prison.
Now he's starting to sound like me.
Tell me a happy story. Something to make the world seem kind.
Damn, dude. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah.
For a moment there, just a moment, I felt better about it all too.
Bro. Best friends for life. Yeah. Oh, man.
My family. They were good to me. Ma and Pa. And to Paul. And to my sister Jessie.
That's good.
Some days I wish I could find Jessie again and have her help me. She always liked Paul best. So anyway, tell me a funny story? You seem like you know a few good ones.
Dude. No. Oh yeah, that is kind of funny. They were jovial guys.
That can't be true.
What?
That sounds like a Navy tale. Freedom is getting paid what you deserve, and getting enough to get by.
Oh man, I am this guy, except I have both legs.
Freedom is the ability to be free of pain.
That's true.
Here's the sun. I've got to go. I'm headed up the road this way. Will our paths cross?
Alright, well, I'm officially identified with this man.
Days come and go and the terrors return. They'll never be able to pay back what they owe me, but I'll always keep at 'em.
Alright, man. You do you.
What about you? Is there something somebody owes you?
I'm in debt. Oh, that'd be sick. Have a hobo party where I collect travelers on the road. Yeah, that'd be neat if there was like an RPG element or like a party element. I don't know. Or they could make a different game about different stuff, but like add a party element, but keep it like I don't know. I like this. I mean, it's like an RPG, right? Like it's overworld. You're just running through the overworld. You hit a city and stuff. Obviously, you're not like getting into battles and everything. I don't know. Yeah, the hobo convoy. Yeah, man. Yeah, hobo convoy. You're right. You had a good idea. It's a good idea. I need to earn some money. Oh man, I'd ask you if I should panhandle or look for work, but I think the delay is like 2 minutes and I don't want to wait. You can text me. Here, I'll wait. What is it? I'll wait like a minute or something. Can I wait a minute? Yeah, okay, dude. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Hobo would be dope. Hobo RPG would be dope. Oh, man. Okay, what should I do, dude? I'm gonna jump online for a minute. Want to party chat? I can't, man. I'm playing this. I can't even listen to stuff while I'm playing this. It's such a. Oh, it's 30 seconds? Okay, well, I can't, I'd love to party chat. I mean, we can pop in a chat later, if you're down. After I'm done talking to Darko, I might, I'll play something else. But yeah, what should I do? Should I panhandle or look for work? Dope. Yeah, I'm talking to him at 8. Should be done by 9:30, I think. 9:30 is the latest. I don't know why it would take anywhere near that long. Panhandle. Alright, here we go. You set yourself up under a statue of a man on a horse and lay your hat out on the ground. A few minutes later, you notice a very small child eyeing you from across the plaza. I'm gonna wave at that kid. Aw, what a sweet kid, eh? Yeah, that's what I thought.
The mailman's uniform is dated and worn. He sits on the edge of the road, head in hands. He looks up as you approach. Can you help? Car clipped me. I think my legs... Well, I'd appreciate it if you could deliver this for me. He holds out a brown envelope.
Oh, it's too small? Wait. What? Okay, wait, no, the kid, like, he went to his mom. I'll start reading it out now that I know that. Thanks for telling me, man. So he went over to his mom, and he whispered something in her ear, and then he came up to me, and he threw some coins in my hat, and he said, "God bless you," which is really sweet.
The letter's addressed to a James Gibson Sr., 120 J Street. But the city stymies you. The blocks run straight from I to K. You stop a man for directions, but he shakes his head and laughs. Someone's playing a joke on you. There's no J Street.
I mean, if I head back, the guy will be gone. I'm gonna keep looking for J Street. Maybe I'll find something. Maybe... Yeah.
Over here! A woman in a brown coat overheard your question.
Oh, I didn't realize you're watching on your phone.
She steers you down an alley. Someone's chalked a big orange J on one wall.
I thought Clovis was late. Go left up ahead. Old Man Gibson's the third on the right.
Oh, see? I knew to keep looking.
As you round the corner, the world changes. J Street is a place out of time, like the city forgot an entire street a century ago and carried on around it, oblivious. Even the noise and bustle of D.C. can't penetrate this little pocket.
Ooh.
The man who answers is ancient and stooped. He peers at the letter.
I think it's from my son.
I don't see so well anymore.
Will you read it to me?
You tear the letter open. It isn't good news.
Oh, man. Well, I'm not a liar. If I lie to him, he's gonna know eventually, right? Or will he just die? Thinking his... Oh...
He fights it, but his face crumbles. Tears roll down his cheeks.
It's better to know.
I've been waiting a long time for this. His shaking hand takes the letter. Thank you for telling me.
Oh, that bums me out. Oh, man. Turns out they were both dead the entire time. What are we doing here? What is this? Oh. Oh, there's a story over there. Crossing back.
Clouds roll together to fill the sky. You shelter beneath a rocky overhang. Above, the clouds turn gray and purple and blue. Lightning arcs between them. The lightning is so strong that it seems to open a path in the haze above you. You are sure you see massive talons curved around the clouds. The thunder is so immense that the ground trembles. Your lips and hands tingle from the electric charge that fills the air until the dancing lightning passes on over the hills.
Whoa. I gotta head south. Yeah, a lot of these stories are nuts. They're crazy. Oh, here we go. Lil Ben. Oh,
Sorry,
jeez.
friend, but I gotta ask you not to get no closer unless I can see your hands at all times. Look too clean to be one of us. But you don't look like the company sent you neither.
Oh, he probably thinks like I'm a Pinkerton or something.
All right, come and share my fire spell, but don't linger.
All
This
right, man.
hills is
Thanks
full
for
of
coming
ears.
on. I really
Don't
appreciate
think
it.
just 'cause you can't see
Well,
no one
talk to you
that you're
later.
safe. And I'll give you cornbread. Don't be so sure of me neither. Anyway, I need something to laugh about. Got any funny ones?
You tell me a funny one, man.
Come on, that's all made up.
It's not, man. I was...
What's freedom? When the community decides what it's worth? Setting the value of things together? You mean, when you don't answer to nobody? Just ain't possible, my friend. I need a laugh. Know any good jokes?
It's interesting. All these laborers seem to be socialists. What's that about? Where? Oh, with this guy, he's crazy. That's funny. This has to be funny. There's no such thing as a character.
That's supposed to be scary?
You said
Well, huh.
funny, man.
All right. Love. Anyone could be a company spy. New woman comes sniffing around. You can't tell if it's you or the union she's looking to get a whiff of. I keep to my own.
So many incels, so many socialist incels around the turn of the century in the United States. It's so strange.
Got any funny stories? Must have a couple.
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny one, but then you'll just complain how it's not scary enough. Funny. Oh, man. Alright, what about this?
Come on. Don't try to cheer me up with that lying nonsense.
I don't like this guy. He's very negative.
Family. Well, they took my big brother out of school to send him down the mines.
Oh, jeez.
He weren't bigger than 10 years old, but 25 cents and the right type of handshakes, and off he went to work. He's so big in my memory, but he must have been such a small feller, come to think. See anything exciting out there on the road? Mostly I just seen dogs.
Oh, dude, I've seen so much shit. Exciting, exciting. Oh, yeah, whoa. Yeah, the massive thunderstorm, that must be exciting.
Brings me back.
Yeah.
There was a time when me and Big Ben could just enjoy exciting stories like this one. Ah, innocent.
Oh, man.
Home? I always wanted a little place where I could watch the sky change color, watch the cook fire smoke dance up among the pines.
Me too, man.
I need a laugh. Know any good jokes?
I don't have jokes. No. That's not funny. Cab's not funny. That definitely wasn't funny. Mason's lost wasn't funny. What about this kid?
You are a pretty funny one, you know that?
Okay.
Travel? Well, next time you take a train, take a peek on up at its beating heart. That's just what a mining man looks like inside him. Coal dust. Morning. I gotta get going. Headed up that way. Won't be specific, for my safety and yours. You want to find me? Then do it. Talk again about these things. Coal ain't got no country. No worker neither. Worker ain't Virginian, ain't Christian, white, colored, Irish, Polish.
Oh, based. Boost.
A worker is a worker. And we all gotta work.
Yeah.
If you're one of them, if you think I sound red, you best come out and say so.
No, man.
Get it over with.
I mean, I'm just as red as you. We're in the same damn club.
Muddling through the dark, you stumble into the path of the white deer. Its beauty strikes you at once. It is something otherworldly, beyond borders, a moon swimming in the void. Human shouts not far away break the spell.
Oh, I gotta help this
The deer.
deer.
You know a way out of here. As the hunter's cries get louder, you approach the deer carefully, palms.
Oh. I killed the deer by accident. That bums me out.
A few wanderers like you are looking for a place to camp.
We heard there's a Leatherman cave nearby.
They tell you. They describe a locally famous vagrant who hiked this area for almost 30 years.
He's dead now, but his caves are the best place to camp at any town.
You and the other wanderers find the cave easily, because someone's lit a fire there. As you approach, you see a silhouette bend over the flames with an odd, creaking sound, like a door swinging in the wind. His coat is crudely stitched from leather plates that squeak against each other.
The Leatherman.
One of the others whispers.
A ghost.
He's eating, you say, and point out his can of beans.
Je ne suis pas un fantôme,
The Leatherman says, and adds,
idiot. Oh,
bursts your companion.
Canadien.
Soon,
Oh, shit! Oh, man, it's fine. Ooh, wow. It's probably a story that I told somebody that they heard. Now they're going to regurgitate it back to me.
Outside the small thicket of apple trees, the phrase "tended to by John Chapman" is carved into a fence post. Nearby, a hound lies on its side, perfectly still. There's an extra shovel. With it, the two of you make short work of the grave. He tells you about his beliefs, why he's raising apple orchards in the middle of the country. It's a sin to graft, he tells you. Hurts the tree. He stoops to the ground and lowers the pup into the earth. Tears flow freely. I'll see him again in heaven.
Poor pup.
The blistering sun has scared even birds into the shade. But a middle-aged woman and a young couple are still collecting scraps of cotton that the machinery missed. With a ragged voice, the older woman calls to. The three of them rush over to you, suddenly reanimated. They pass around your canteen.
Well, you're welcome to it.
Electric lamps stipple the cotton field before you with an orange light, moving like a group of lethargic fireflies. From the field, the voices of the workers reach you in a soulful, united song. You're gently lulled to sleep as the song floats over you. Hello, Lordy, pick a bale of cotton. Hello, Lordy, pick a bale a day. You're pulled out of your slumber by a woman's pained scream, and the woman's screams taper off, soon replaced by the raw cries of an infant. Applause briefly fills the night, eventually fading back into song. Oh, Lordy. You wake up to the gentle crescendo.
Wow. I can dig it. Whoa, wait, what? Oh my god. Oh man. Whoa. Okay. Gonna dig me a hole. Gonna put a nerd in it. Gonna dig me a hole. Gonna put a nerd in it.
His smile lights up the room, or rather the cab of the locomotive.
Cool.
Folks gather round as he holds the pull cord. He's a showman through and through. Sure doesn't help much. The engineer pulls that chain and the whistle blasts. A round of applause erupts from the small crowd. He passes out bubble gum to the... Remember now who gets you there on the advertised. Casey Jones. Everyone's all talk as they head back to their seats. That engineer sure is handsome. Gosh. And that whistle sounded just like a whippoorwill, didn't it? Ain't this the way to travel?
Yeah, after seeing how big the map is, I'm genuinely reconsidering whether or not I should stick to the coast. Which seems counterintuitive. Yeah, I'm definitely sticking to the coast. I need to get a ride. Somebody help a brother out. Oh, cool. What the fuck was that? Okay. Dude, that really pissed me off. I'm gonna walk. I'm getting a car. Like that. What the hell? How do you even do it? We have to be holding our... Okay. Yeah, drive me there. I'm surprised there isn't a story to tell or something. Oh, I gotta get off soon. Yeah, I want out. I want out. I want out. I want out! There's nothing I can do. I can't stop it. I'm along for the ride. Just like you folks. I should never have gotten in this car. Oh, that was foolish.
You look good, honey. You got a light? You like a good story?
Hell yeah.
I like to hear about people and make bets with them. I like to hear about the weird, handsome people. Get convinced by the rich jackasses who'll play blackjack and lose into the night. Dames who are lit cigarettes burning to the end. I want to be around furious people who use me and I use them. Are you one, stranger? Come close to me. I want to laugh. And today, honey, I laugh easy. Sometimes, you know, I think, what would it take to make you stop, Ms. Dupree? Maybe it's love that would make me stop roaming and stop betting. And I think sometimes boys are like gambling, ain't they? You put all your concentration on 'em, you grift 'em, you follow 'em, you wait for 'em to pay off. But sometimes you just get shot in the stomach. And you wake up in that hospital and think, I ain't for love, Joe, I ain't for it. I can't be cared for, I can't afford it, no sir. Hey, got any exciting stories? Like the movies?
Okay, I don't know what's
What
exciting
do
to
I
these people.
want? I want to be claimed wholesale by something.
That is the worst thing ever.
I want to be consumed. I want to be won. I want to be the beautiful score, the desire and respect on someone. Hell, maybe I can find a job, maybe in some dive bar, serve the old men who will become my friends for life. Get complex somehow with people who are warm. But maybe I'm too blind. Hey, got any exciting stories? Like the movies?
The movies? Well...
Honey, thrills is the stuff I live on. That one will keep me going. A long time ago, I left that little hole I grew up in and started to make my home wherever I was. I don't regret it. I took a pack of cards and hopped on a cargo train, and when it stopped by someone interesting, I'd let 'em take me to where the law can't see. And you know what's home in this here country? People. No one loves harder and tries harder than these countrymen. And at night when the grasshopper's squeaking, I think they singing something patriotic about trying luck and failing and trying again. Got any stories with ghosts or murderers or blood or something like that?
Oh, lady. No, I got some. Where is it? Oh, wait, oh, that's it, yeah.
Just what I asked for. That spooky stuff gets my heart going like a good hand sometimes do. I remember my stepdaddy. He had a soft touch for me. A handsome, low-voiced man. Mom never did trust me around him. He taught me how to grift. All you need is that light touch, he said, and look 'em in the eyes and tell 'em. I know what it's like to have those eyes turn towards you and make you feel like everything. And then to be in the cold and dark when they... Hey, got any exciting stories? Like the movies? Sweetheart, did I say I wanted to hear some crap joke?
Oh, that's a joke. Yeah, there's a joke. I have one.
Life is real complicated. As much as you're good looking, I can't trust you, you know?
Yeah.
I get close to you and suddenly I lose a part of myself in there and you can take it. And you got that glint, friend. I see it.
Damn.
Next time, let's up the stakes, shall we? Why don't we spend some time with bourbon and 5-card stud? You bring the bourbon, of course. And when the moon's fuller, I might let you in on some secrets on life. Have you any?
Alright, I'm gonna grab these stories, or whatever the hell they are. Bum, bum, bum.
No fence, gate, or sign marks the entrance to the cemetery. Just a moment ago, a wood board, bleached white. Unknown. The word was painted on black by a steady hand. The other graves are the same. Unknown. You rest in a field where a well-dressed stranger talks your ear off on all manner of subjects. The weather, fireflies in summer.
Death bones. Heard 'em rattle like clank, clink, clank. More startling than wind chimes in a tornado.
He plucks dry grass and chews on a piece.
That don't matter. I'm fine. Got my savior waiting at the pearly gates.
The man shifts
Sure was good to meet you.
The man pauses, rubs his chin in contemplation.
Don't let the bedbugs bite.
He walks off slow. After his silhouette becomes small in the horizon, but before he vanishes, you see him collapse to the ground.
Whoa. After gossiping for a while about the weather and the crops and the state of the world, all bad and getting worse, he takes a different tack. You look like someone who likes a good story, he wheezes. Try this one on for size. After loudly and repeatedly clearing his throat, he tells you the story of the haunted mill. And it sounds a lot like the story of the creepy mill, but with some parts changed and other parts added. When he grins up at you at the conclusion of the tale, you give him the effusive praise he was apparently expecting. You'll have to remember that version, even if it's not quite what happened. It's a good story. Fascinating. Fascinating.
The cave is really a man-made hole breaching into an earthen mound. The man, khakis dirtied by kneeling on the rough earth, has assembled a macabre little pile of skulls to the side.
Readying these for sale, friend.
He wipes his hands on his pants.
This pile of skulls, clearly claimed from his enemy. Why, these skulls belong to no one. They're just here, lying under this mound, waiting for an enterprising soul to make something of them. Isn't this what America's all about?
Little sunlight reaches that deep in, but you can still see the skeletal remains, their heads carelessly removed, laying neatly in their excavated resting places, each one lovingly surrounded by stone effigies, earthenware, and copper plates in the shape of winged warriors. You pause and consider this small man, greedily arranging someone's remains. It's crude and ridiculous, but he's a crude and ridiculous man. You have him run off the mound.
Dude's gross. Coming up on 2 hours. I have to take a little break soon. Like a 5-minute break or something.
The soldier sits in the dirt with his legs splayed out, like a child would sit. Beneath the tattered fabric of his antique uniform, you kneel in front of the soldier. His body is marked with bullet holes, along with deeper. The soldier leans in, uncomfortably close to inspect your features. Where his pupils, a shadow falls on the soldier's face. "You damn Yankee!" He pulls you in by the wrist and drives a Boeing. He sings as he works, his voice warm and soft as the late afternoon sun. The air's sweet with the Making molasses, he says to your unasked question. I sell the blackstripe in town. Farmers use it for feed. I don't notice it no more. I've been doing this a while. I keep back a few bottles to share. I don't charge neither. Folks around here need what they can get. Makes a mean loaf of bread. You help him haul the barrels over to the metal boiler. You pour in the juice and set the fire.
Evening there. You looking for a sermon or just a chat? Don't really matter, frankly. First thing I ever learned behind the pulpit is that every homily is just a conversation. Ain't as one-sided as you might think either. Preachers ain't shepherds. They're cowboys. They got to run with the flock, keep them directed without fencing them in. So how about you take a seat and guide us somewhere?
What is with this guy's voice? Where did they record it?
Lately, my journey's been pretty ordinary. Just walking, church to church. What about you? Been on any adventures?
All I do is walk. Adventures? What?
You've got a pretty wild life. You know that? Travel? Oh, I travel. Moving's in my blood. Pops traveled all over to wrestle. And even after I stepped out on my own, I kept moving. I've been everywhere. Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Houston, Los Angeles. Paris. I even been to Paris. I've been everywhere. Chicago. You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
So, oh yeah, where is the thunderstorm?
I swear I ain't heard a story good as that in a long minute.
Cool, man, it's good.
Home? Never had a home. Not the way y'all talk about it anyway. Pops and I had a little trailer for the summer he was wrestling in Atlanta, but otherwise, it was a new floor every week. Know any funny stories? I need to take my mind off things.
Yeah, what? The Leatherman, that's funny, right? Oh, that's not funny anymore. Yeah, she's funny.
That's a good one. Luck? Forget about luck. See, you focus on luck, you end up dreaming about what-if scenarios. Instead, think on what you know you can do, what you have to do.
Yeah, man.
And learn to do it right.
Oh, that's good advice.
Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones.
Oh, I got scary stories, man.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one. The past? My earliest memories of my mother and father teasing each other. laughing about something I didn't quite understand. Putting on voices, playing games. This was back before she passed. Know any funny stories? I need to take my mind off things.
I don't know. I don't have any. Leave me alone.
I'm not sure that one moves me.
I didn't think it would.
Joy? Well, you ever heard that gospel music round Chicago way?
Yeah.
Now, I get it. Maybe a little ostentatious for some of the more reserved clergy. But it's got joy in it like the Lord put in the disciples, I tell you what. Well, I got to get moving on. I have a sermon to give in the morning, and the church is a long night of walking that way. Walk like you're blessed, child, because even if you ain't, that's the only way you'll find your holy self.
Okay. Oh, yeah, what time is it? Oh, man. Oh. I'm tired. Oh. Oh, man. Okay. I'm trying to think of what I should do. I gotta talk to Darko at 8. I should probably listen to the album in headphones before I do that. Oh, I'm so tired. Okay, well, I'm gonna go. If you were watching... Oh, man, I don't want to go, though. I gotta eat or something. I'm so tired. Okay. Thanks for watching. Good times. Another episode will be coming very soon. So, if you're watching this now, thanks. If you're watching it in the future, thank you. Try with the next